Hey y'all, I'm Ashland.
I'm Emily, and Marla will join us later, but we all say to mansplain baseball elsewhere.
Woohoo.
So, yay! Marla has family things today, so she's going to be tacked on to the end. So just skip to the end if she's your fave, but we hope you'll join us. I am drinking a Modelo for the first time ever, so I hope I like it. Friend left them over here last night, so it's a beer.
There you go.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
I like Modelo, but I like most Mexican beers.
Yeah, and like
I
it
mean,
feels it's yeah, it would have been nice to have on the patio last night, but I had vodka sodas out there. And like
that
once you
sounds good
start the
too.
vodka soda train, like you
There
don't
you go.
stop
It's
it.
rolling. You ain't stopping that thing.
And then, like the next morning you're like, "Oh, I think that bottle was a little lower when I started
Yeah,
anyway."
it was fine. It was fine.
It was so fun.
That's funny. I am drinking coffee and flavored water because I have to drive and coach a softball game here in a little bit. Because we're making up today from yesterday because all that hail that was in Atlanta yesterday was also here. So apparently 6-year-olds can't play when there's ice falling from the sky. So we rescheduled to this afternoon.
That's probably smart.
Yeah, and I am toasting to what am I going to toast to today?
Well, I'm toasting to
Yeah,
patio weather, and I guess my
that's,
cat because she's decided she is the third host today.
yeah, she's taking Marla's spot, and honestly, she's prettier than all of us. So
Yeah. I mean, y'all
I
see her butt
mean,
right now, but you should look at her on
there's
YouTube.
just
She's really pretty.
yeah. I'm toasting to I'll toast to the fact that I'm like starting to get my shit together back here. I took like 20 minutes yesterday and hung some stuff up. I didn't hang everything up because this wall's concrete and screwing shit into a concrete wall is like a whole thing, and I didn't feel like dealing with it yesterday, so I did a little bit. So it'll
And
be
that
like,
she's, I'm toasting that you're wearing an ACC shirt.
yeah, I am wearing a Wake Forest shirt. It is Rhett Lauder Day. He's pitching like right now, or I think he has first game, so he's pitching like right now. And it's also Dustin May Day. I have on his socks. I'd show you, but I'm covered up with a blanket because it's cold down here. And yeah, there's lots of really good baseball right now. There's some pretty good ACC baseball right now. So go
Mm-hmm.
all the baseball.
Yes, yes.
And also, speaking of, okay, this is actually not back to SEC bias that I have, and we all know that and love me for that.
Uh-huh.
Um, my Kickass lady is actually a group of ladies today,
Okay.
and it is the University of Kentucky women's volleyball team. They won their first national championship yesterday
Oh,
against
wow.
Texas,
Okay.
and there's like a lot of really cool. It's historic because they won their first. Okay, that's great, but there's a whole bunch of caveats to this. They joined Penn State. Shout out Marla as the only one. Or okay, let me try this again. Penn State and Kentucky are the only two teams east of the Mississippi River to ever win a national championship in volleyball.
Oh,
That's it. So that was cool. This is Kentucky's first national championship for any NCAA women's sport,
okay.
and it was the first volleyball championship, national championship in the SEC. So that means the SEC joins the Pac-12 as the only two conferences with national championships in every sponsored sport. For the SEC, that's 21. For the Pac-12, they actually have 29. There are 37 NCAA sponsored sports, but
Wow.
we don't have neither one of those
Not every
conferences have
school
a team.
has.
Yeah, it has a team in all 37 sports. I'm actually kind of interested in what because Pac-12's been around forever, obviously, and that's like Stanford and UCLA and all those people who won everything for forever. So I'm interested. They've got, like I said, they've won in all 29 sports, so that they sponsor. So I'm wondering what the difference between 29 and the NCAA's 37. I wonder what those sports are that like
Right.
the Pac-12
They,
doesn't have. I tried to look, but it was a whole thing.
yeah.
Um, they defeated Texas yesterday 3-1. They have a 24-1 overall record. They've never lost at home this year. They never lost at a neutral site this year. They blanked their first 3 opponents in the NCAA tournament. Their one and only loss was to Florida at Florida. And these ladies are just like super kick-ass. I'm going to name the roster real quick, and I'm gonna try my best at the names. There's some last names here that are gonna give me a time, but we're gonna roll with it.
Okay.
We have Bella Bell, Maddie Berkowitz, Gabby Curry, Sophie Fisher, Madison Lilly, Kendall Paris, Reagan Rutherford, Elise Gutzinger, Avery Skinner, Maddie Skinner, Allie Stumler, Ashani Teeler, Lauren Tharp, Rhea Walker, and Cameron Sheestack. Look, some of the last names really gave me some time. But anyways, that's all the ladies.
Shout out to all those ladies.
Shout out to all of those kick-ass ladies. Also, quick special shout out. I know nothing about volleyball. I know you probably don't either. We're way too short to even think about it. The shortest ladies on the team, the short queens, are Maddie at 5'6", and Lauren also at 5'6".
So they're the shortest are 6 inches taller than me.
Yeah, so like I know nothing. I've never been in that realm at all. But those ladies made history in like 4 different ways. So love that.
That's awesome.
And very, very exciting. I was reading just a little bit about their what's their coach's name? I don't remember. Craig Skinner. Craig has been there for.
Are those other 2 Skinner? Like, are they related to him, or is Skinner just like a really popular name in Kentucky?
It must be a really popular name because Maddie and Avery look nothing like Craig. I mean, I guess they could still be possibly related, but they don't look anything like Craig. But they, I think it said he came to Kentucky in like 2005. I want to say is when it was. And like when he came there, they hadn't even been in the NCAA tournament in like 11 years. Nobody came there for volleyball. Like it was nobody talked about it. It was the bottom of the barrel of like the athletics.
They're a men's basketball school and that's it.
Exactly. And so he's been there, I think it was since 2005. And like from then to now, obviously they won a championship, but they also like they're in the tournament every year. So, like, it was one of those things, too. Like, they've been there, and they finally won. So, like, he's obviously built a very good program in the, what is that, like 16? 21 minus 5, 16? Hashtag math years. So, shout out to the Kentucky women's volleyball team. Congratulations on your trophy.
Shout out to them. That's exciting.
I thought it was cool. Yay. It was one of those things where you're like, the first time they did this, first time this. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And random, but Akil Badu for the Detroit Tigers, that rookie who is still doing phenomenal, had an offer from UK to play baseball, but he didn't go.
Cool.
But anyway, it's hard for me to talk about them because we have a rivalry, but that's mostly just basketball. So shout out to those ladies. And I know we have listeners in Braves country who are big Wildcats fans. So
yeah,
that's good. That's exciting. I guess we won't hate the SEC for one day. I had Mansplain of the week, but I haven't really been on social media that much. So maybe that's why I haven't gotten Mansplain to that much. Haven't really paid attention to it. So I don't really have one.
Hey, that's good. I don't think
I did have someone tell me that the worst batters go at the bottom of the order, and I was like, oh my goodness, tell me more.
What is this you speak of? God. I had something like that too.
I sometimes I wonder, and this is someone I personally know, like, so they know I do this and they know how much baseball I watch, and I actually keep them informed about their own team. And so I wonder, like, at what point, like, when they're just going on and I'm just, oh my God, what? That is so amazing. Like, when do they pick up that I'm being a complete smartass?
Yeah. Or do they?
Or do they just think they're telling me all these wonderful things I don't know? Who knows?
Who knows? Okay, so Marla, in just a little bit, will tell you kind of what's been going on all around the league, because there's lots of really fun stuff,
But
especially
Matt Harvey got a win for the Orioles. I do want to mention that.
Okay, so Matt Harvey got a win. The A's are doing the damn thing out there.
And JB Bukakis made his debut for our best friend, the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yes.
And because they follow us on Twitter now.
Shout out Diamondbacks.
Yes. And he got a W in his first game. So that was good.
The Rockies swept in the snow, but I'll talk about that a little more later.
Hey guys, it's Marla. I'm here to give you the news from around the league this week. So I want to start off with the standings, which are, for us Braves fans, not pretty right now. The Braves, I don't know what's going on, but we're in third place in the NL East, and it's not only 2 games back, but it feels like so much more. The Mets are on top. Phillies are 1 game back. And then we're 9-12 currently. Miami is also 9-12. So that's great. And the Nats are bringing up their rear. They're 8-11. So the NL East, fun fact, not fun actually, has the worst run differential of all the divisions. Which, 2 months ago, I would not have believed you if you said that that's what's going to happen. We all said the NL East was going to be the behemoth. Like, the NL East and the AL East were going to be the 2 top divisions this season. And it's still early, so I'm not going to get, too up in arms. But I'm maybe going to be a little bit up in arms, because it's not pretty. The NL East, the only team with a positive run differential is the Marlins, and that run differential is +1. So that's awesome. The NL West, meanwhile, every team has a positive run differential. The Dodgers have the highest at 33, and the Rockies, sweet little Rockies, bless their little hearts, theirs is +6. So it's great. It's fine. It's fine. Central right now, Milwaukee is on top. Cards are coming up right behind them. They are 2 games back. And Pittsburgh is 500 team right now. Shout out to the hometown team. They're 11-11, 2.5 games back. But they're also on top of the Cubs and the Reds. So all the Yinzers are still happy. So there's that. The West, the Dodgers are obviously on top. But the Giants are good. I don't know, man. 2021's still pretty weird. The Dodgers are 15-6 and the Giants are 14-8. They are only 1.5 games back. So, and then the Padres, the Dodgers and the Padres are starting to really have a really great rivalry, and it's super fun. Bauer and Tatis, what's the right word? I guess just throwing shade at each other has been super fun to watch. Tatis, I'm sure that the girls talked about it, but Tatis hit a homer off of Bauer and ran around the base and covered his eye. Bauer was closing his eye earlier in the season, and Bauer came back. He said, "Yeah, I think it's awesome. I think we should encourage that, and pitchers need to pitch better, essentially." So that was cool. Meanwhile, in the American League, as we all predicted, the Boston Red Sox are on top of the AL East with 14-9. I don't even know what else to say about that. The Rays are 11-11. They're 2.5 games back. And my Blue Jays are chugging along. They are 10-11. Baltimore is 9-12, as are the Yankees. So the Yankees are on the very bottom of that division. 2021, man. AL Central, Kansas City is on top. They're 13-7. The White Sox are 12-9. Cleveland is 9-11. Bieber had a hell of a game the other day, so that was exciting for them. Minnesota, they are 7-13, and the Tigers are 7-15. So, sorry, M. And in the West, also as we all predicted, Oakland is on top. They have won, I believe it's 13 games in a row now. The A's are going off, which is fun. I love the A's. They're a really fun team, and it's fun to root for the underdog out there. So they are doing it. 14-8. Seattle's 13-9. Hey, why not? Sure. The Angels are 10-10. Houston is 10-11, and the Rangers are 9-13. So it's something out there, man. As far as news pieces go for this week, Altuve revealed that he did in fact have COVID-19. He said that he had tested positive, and that's why he and 4 other teammates were put on the IL on the 14th, and he at least, has been cleared. He'll be going back to work on Friday. Happy for him that he doesn't seem to have any long-term effects. He didn't say if he had any symptoms or anything, but he said he's feeling fine now, so that's awesome. Speaking of getting back to work, Thor threw against live hitters for the first time since his Tommy John surgery that he had in March 2020. You know, it's cool to see him throwing again. Anytime a giant like him comes back to the game, it's good for the game. And he hit 97, so. Trout is still out. That's not great. He was absent from the starting lineup again for 2 days straight. But his injury said is not believed to be serious. So he got hit by, on his elbow by the Astros pitcher. I can't think of what his name was, but, and he exited the game. He was out again after that, so. But hopefully he'll be back soon. Yelich is going to have an MRI because he needs answers on his back, so hopefully he gets some answers. And, once again, those giant names, they're good for baseball. Hope he gets back soon. Cole and Bieber had a really good pitcher's duel the other day, so that was exciting. On Saturday, Cole got 11 strikeouts, and Bieber got 9, so Shohei Ohtani got put in left field. So he's probably going to be the next Ronald Acuna, knowing him. Exciting. I'm here for it. Let's do it. So those are some of the bigger news items from the past week. I'm recording on Sunday night, so watch something crazy happen right after I'm done here.
There's lots of fun stuff going on
Yep.
in the league, and I am going to update you about the Braves. We had when I went back and started looking at all the games this week, I know we had 2 off days, which is unusual, but it still feels like a whole lot happened this week, and I guess it's because the games we did have were very exciting to me. Well, I mean, except Tuesday, but anyways.
Yeah, but Tuesday was still exciting, but not in the fun exciting.
Yeah, it was infuriating. That's the word you're looking for. Infuriating.
Yes, that's the word.
So let's start on a high note. Sunday, we recorded before this started, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. Okay.
Yes.
So
because
Sunday,
we were like, oh, we can go watch the Braves lose and get really drunk and not have to worry about recording. And they were like,
somehow.
We're going to let you enjoy your Sunday evening, babes.
Yes. So we beat the Cubs 13-4 after they beat us 13-4 the day before. Freddie homered, Adrianza homered, Heredia homered, Travis homered. This is
Who didn't homer? Everyone
right?
homered.
Everybody
Heredia homered twice. Oh, that's our mansplain, because we said something about Heredia getting a grand slam, and then somebody was like, oh, it was his second of the game. We know. We already talked about that.
Yeah.
Like, duh.
Shut
anyway,
up.
Sorry.
And then
sorry. I'm coming in late with the mansplain. Then I said, I wonder if Heredia is also glad to have been removed from the Mets. And then someone goes, oh, that's what Hetch said in his interview. And I'm like, yeah, that's why the joke works. I've been making cracks about that for an entire year now. Yeah. But I bet he is glad to have been removed from the Mets.
Too. If only we could remove DeGrom from the Mets. Anyways.
Yes.
So that is the game where Ronnie got hurt, but he's back now, so that's in the past. We don't really care.
I think he honestly just doesn't like playing without Ozzy. I think
maybe
that's what it is.
He's like, I don't. Also, it was cold, so he was
Yeah.
like, honestly, I'm good. Like I'm out. Because
I'm
after
gonna out this New York trip.
yeah, like after we left Chicago, we went to New York, and so it's gonna be cold there too. He's like, I can take a few days off actually and sit in my hoodie in the dugout. Thanks. Bryce pitched 5 innings that game. He gave up 3 runs, but overall he did pretty well. Luke came in and pitched an inning, no runs. Grant Dayton.
How good was that first inning that Bryce came to the plate befbe he went on the mound?
I know, right? That is a fun fact I should mention. At the top of or the bottom top, Jesus.
Yep.
Up first, the Braves went all the way through the order. So Bryce hit the plate before he actually threw a ball, which was amazing. Tomlin came in, he pitched an inning. He did give up 1 run, but whatever, who really cares? And then Matzik closed it out. He did pretty well too. So overall, Sunday was like really good for team morale because everybody kind of did what they were supposed to. We had an off day on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We played the Yankees, and it was honestly some of the like grossest, sloppiest baseball I've watched all year.
On both sides.
Yeah, on both sides. Like we won a game and lost a game, and both were horrible by both teams. So whatever. Yeah. Tuesday we lost 3-1. Charlie Morton pitched an incredible game.
And then Nate Jones was just like.
He went 6 innings, gave up 1 run, and it was a home run to Gio Urshela, and that's it. AJ pitched an inning. He did well. No hits.
And also, shout out to Gio, but also, I don't think Chip has ever actually watched the Yankees play a game. Like, I don't know if he just has not been following them, because Gio's been, I mean, he played with them full-time last year. I don't know where he was before that, because I didn't really pay attention to him that much before, you know. Yeah. But Gio did solid for them last year, and he just kept mentioning, like, we can't follow like, figure out this Urshela guy. Like, he's killing us. We can't figure him out. Like, which he was doing very good, but he's done very good for quite a while now. Like,
right.
You can shut up about it, Chip. Like,
I missed that because I listened to that game because we had do we have a baseball game that way? Baseball or practice, one of the two. Baseball game that day.
That was good for you.
Yeah, anyway, so I missed out on that. So then, after AJ came in, he did his job. We brought Nate Jones in. The moment Nate Jones stepped on the mound, everybody's kind of like, wait, no, what? What are we doing? Why are we doing this?
Why?
He walked in a run, and a run scored on a wild pitch, and that gave you your final score of 3-1. Nate Jones is hopefully not around for much longer. He's Nuke's still out, so Nate's still here. Hopefully, when Nuke makes it back, Nate goes on about his business. But anyways, Wednesday we won 4-1. Ian Anderson absolutely shoved mama or grandma or granny or whatever he calls her was in the stadium to watch him. I think that helped. He shoved there last year too, and she totally wasn't there. But whatever, it's a good story.
That's because he grew up a Yankees fan, and he's like, y'all didn't draft me.
No, he grew up a Red Sox fan.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
but he grew up in New York, right?
But he grew up in New York.
That's okay. I knew there was some New York thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he's probably like...
So he's got a lot of hate in his heart. He's like, fuck y'all.
Yeah, he's fuck these fucking Yankees. So he shoved. Again, he went 16 of 16. That would be really crazy if he
That would be amazing.
He went 6.2 innings. That's the longest of any starter so far for the Braves this year. He gave up 4 hits. He did walk 4 batters, and he had 4 Ks, but no runs. So I don't really care if you walk people and you give up hits here and there. If you're not letting any runs score, that's what actually matters. So, yeah. I mean, if you want to pitch into pressure and then pitch right out of it, fine by me.
No harm, no foul. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, no harm, no foul.
So
Riley finally got his home run.
Yes, Riley finally got on the homer board that game. AJ pitched an inning, no hits. Smith pitched an inning, gave up 1 run, but it was fine. Will Smith, I've discovered I know Luke Jackson makes everybody nervous.
No,
And
Will Smith's the man for me.
yeah, see, like, I guess I expect the nervous from Jackson,
Like,
so he doesn't make me nervous, if that makes
Luke
sense.
Jackson's the guy,
But when Will
Luke
Smith comes in,
Jackson's
I'm like, holy fuck, what are we
Luke
about to do?
Jackson is like when you're dating someone who never pre-plans, but you can still count on them to go out with you every Friday night, but you just know you're never going to know where you're going till they pick you up. Like, you're just not going to know. That's Luke Jackson. Like, he's going to come through. You just don't know what's going on until he shows up, kind of thing. Will Smith, it's like,
He might not show up.
you're gonna leave me hanging half the time. I'm gonna be sitting here by myself crying in a box of tissues, and half the time you're probably gonna give me the best night of my life. But there's no in between.
It is
I'm gonna be crying or on cloud nine, and I hate that.
I was gonna say I hate it. Luke does not stress me out. I know what he's gonna do. We've been watching him do this for years now. Like, I know how he pitches.
People out there who still hate Mentor, which I really do not get.
Yeah, he had one bad outing, or was it one or two? I think it was honestly only one, two tops bad outings this season, and that's it. He's been kind of lights out, and
he's also not our closer. Let me throw that out.
Like, he's been really good. So yeah, Riley did get on the board that day. So all around pretty good things. Just a little bit of stress from Will, but it's fine. Friday night, we came back home, played the Diamondbacks, our friends. I asked them very nicely on Thursday to stop winning, and they did. So thank you.
Yes.
We beat them 5-4. We snapped their 4-game winning streak. Yanoa had a fucking night.
Yes.
Okay. He pitched 6 innings. He had 5 Ks. He walked 1 batter and only gave up 2 runs, I believe it was. And he went 2 for 2 at the plate with a single and a double.
Yes.
Like,
he's our best hitter now.
He did all the things. He also got his first MLB win, so love that. Riley homered again, so he's heating up from that. He started in New York. We're going to keep going. We're going to carry it.
He's got momentum.
Yes, we love momentum here. Ozzy homered. Let's see. Luke Jackson came in and pitched.
Got his first start.
Oh yeah,
in Atlanta in a major league park, and like his kids were there. It was the cutest thing. Then he got sent right back down like the next day. But I am glad that he got that start.
Yes, and with him being on the 40-man now, I mean it's going to be a lot easier to see him back up if we have injuries and stuff. Like, if we need him, it's going to be easier to see him back up. So I feel like
have injuries.
I know, right? We probably see him again this year. Luke Jackson came in. He pitched like 2/3 of an inning. He did give up a run, but that was his first run he gave up all season. So, okay. Then Maxick came in, gave up a run, and Will Smith didn't give up a run, right? Yeah, no, he didn't give up a run. So, they both did well. So for the week, what's that? We won 3, lost 1. So a winning week. Love that. Yesterday's game did get pushed to today, starting, I think, like right now, or like about to be.
Like in 1 minute.
Yeah. So we have 2 games today. As far as like our injuries and stuff, quick update on that. Pache is off the injured list, but he's at the alternate site right now instead of bringing him back up to the club because he hasn't really been hitting that well. And Heredia is playing center field, and he has been hitting well. So there's really no point to swap him. Their plan is to, like, leave him there, let him work on his swing. He'll be back up soon enough. Ender is still injured, and, like, that's it. Like, there's no improvement. There's no worsening, but, like, we're not worried about him right now. He's injured. Smiley comes back today. He pitches the second game, I think. Yeah, he pitches the second game. Max Fried was cleared to throw a side session on Friday, but there is no timetable for his return. So don't love that. Chris Martin should also start throwing off the mound in the next few days, they said. This was as of like Friday, I think. So, and they only expect him to need like a couple side sessions and then like maybe 1 sim game before he's ready to come back. They don't expect like a long, like have to take a week or whatever to get ready to come back. It should only be a few days. So hopefully we see him if we could see him at the end of this next week. I don't know when his 10 days is up, but whatever. Either way, that'd be great. And Mike Soroka is still not throwing from when he hurt his shoulder. They said he'd be shut down for about 2 weeks. It's been a little more than 2 weeks. He's still shut down. And I think Snit's words were, that's so far in the future, there's really no point in even worrying about it. So that's not good. And then Nuke is still out with kind of a mystery. He's on the COVID list, I think. Hopefully he's back soon, and because we would like to have him back. And that's about it in Braves country.
Yep. So Braves country's good, and Baby Contreras is the extra man for the doubleheader today.
He came up as the 37th. Jesus, what is me in numbers? 27th man today.
Yes. So, I don't know if we'll see him, but it's nice to have him up. And so, who did not have a great week was the Tigers. Shockingly, Sunday they got walked off by the A's 3-2. Tuesday got snowed out. Wednesday they played a doubleheader and they lost the first one, but another guy, Zach Short, made his major league debut, but he's been playing first base, but they put him at third base, but he did really good. But they won the second game. Spencer Turnbull made his first start of this season because I guess he got COVID in spring training, actually got COVID, and so he just now came back. Friday they lost to the Royals, and Casey Mize, who had done phenomenal against the Astros, he pitched 4.2 but allowed 7 hits, 6 runs, 3 walks, and only got 1 strikeout. So not a good day for that Auburn Tiger or Eagle.
Yeah.
But, we all have off days, so it is what it is. And then yesterday they lost to the Royals by 1, but that was a really good, pitcher's duel. We've had a lot of good pitching this year.
Mm-hmm.
So Boyd for the Tigers pitched 8 innings, and he had 3 strikeouts. Brady, I think, Singer for the Royals pitched 7. So Boyd had 3 strikeouts. I'm sorry. Singer for the Royals pitched 7 and had 8 strikeouts. And both of them only allowed 1 earned run, and neither allowed a walk. And Boyd allowed, I think he had, in the 6th, he threw 9 pitches, and in the 7th, he threw 6 pitches. It was insanity.
Love that.
He was going so deep because his pitch count was staying super low. So he didn't get a lot of strikeouts, but it was soft contact. So
yeah, which is fine by me. That's easier on you, you the pitcher.
Yeah, which is great for him because last year, I guess he sucked it up. So they're glad he's back in good form.
We love a comeback story.
We do. So I can't wait to hear Ashlyn's update because one of the best stories of the Astros week is Tar Heel Kent Emanuel.
Yes, it is. We're saving him for last, though.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna
go best for last.
Right. More, it's a cron pod, but also sure, best for last if you want to. So last Sunday, the Astros lost 7-2 at Seattle. Odorizzi pitched 4 innings and gave up 4 runs. His ERA at that point for the season was 10.57. We now know Odorizzi is hurt, so maybe that explains some of it. We'll see. Their pitching is just really not great, which we all kind of knew, but not just their starters, but their relievers, their close. It's just not super great. But if their offense is on, it kind of works out. And because one, they provide run support, and they seem to which a lot of pitchers do, they pitch better when they have run support. They figure it out. However, the Astros
I would think you're less stressed.
Yeah, I'm sure.
On you.
So the Astros still had a fuck ton of people out last Sunday, though, from their COVID outbreak debacle. So that didn't. Anyways, lost 7-2. They have trouble with scoring with or hitting with runners in scoring position. So, like that game on Sunday, they only technically had one hit. Correa reached first, but it was like on an error, not a hit. So, and then that was actually kind of wild. So he reached first on an error. Then he got to second on a wild pitch, and then Diaz hit a single and he scored. So that was fun, interesting, whatever. Tuesday we lost 6-2 to the Rockies in the snow. So like that's important to mention, I believe, because these boys are playing in Houston usually, not literally in the snow, like snow actively falling throughout the game. So anyway, Garcia pitched that day. He went like 5 2/3, gave up a couple runs. They used Abreu, Stanek, Rayleigh, and Smith. They gave up like 4 runs each. So, or not each, but 4 runs.
I was about to say
together.
that's a lot of damn runs.
Yeah, and then Wednesday we lost again to the Rockies, so swept by the Rockies, which is not a good fun look. But mounts you for a comeback. And that's kind of exactly what they did, because they came back home on Thursday for a 4-game set against the Angels, and we have won all 3 games so far. Thursday's night's game, we won 8-2. There was still kind of a problem with runners in scoring position that game. They still did like it was, anyways, whatever. But it didn't matter because they still scored 8 runs, so it was fine. But that was still a little bit of a problem. But the bats did start to wake up on Thursday. On Friday they played the Angels and won 5-4 in extras. Greinke pitched. He went 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, 6 Ks. Typical Greinke, love that. In the bottom of the 10th inning, Garcia singles to score. Castro walked it off. That was super fun. And then yesterday, they scored all the runs. They had 11 extra base hits in their 16-2 victory over the Angels. Correa, Breggs, and Tucker all homered. This is the game that Odorizzi got, or maybe not got hurt because nothing happened, but this is the game he came out of. He threw 5 pitches, came out, and that's when Tar Heel Kent Emanuel came in. This is like a really good story, okay? Like, yeah, so here we go. He pitched 8 2/3 innings. He gave up 5 hits, only 2 runs, and 5 Ks. The 2 runs were 2 homers off Albert Pujols, and Shohei Ohtani. So, like, if you're going to give up 2 homers, like the 2 runs you gave up were to Ohtani and Pujols, that's kind of fine.
There's no shame.
Yeah, there's no shame in that game. That was his MLB debut. He did get the W, and he was the first pitcher since 1974 to throw 8+ innings and get the W in their MLB win. And like I said, he obviously did really good, but his bats and the offense really, really, really supported him like 16 times. So, I mean, I can only imagine the adrenaline of like him doing well. Anyways, whatever. His interview was pretty cool too, because they were kind of like, "Oh my God, you did this amazing thing, blah, blah, blah. How do you feel? Whatever." And he was just like, "I was ready. And I don't know what you want me to say to you. Like, I was ready to do my job."
We're really chill people up there
Yeah.
at Chapel Hill.
So that was cool. And just like around the world, or around the team news for the Astros, the lineup is slowly coming back. Jose Altuve is not back yet, but Breggs, Alvarez, Garcia, all those guys are back. So it's looking better. And I mean because I think Alex came back actually on Thursday, which is that first win against the Angels. I believe that's right. Anyway, or maybe even Friday. Either way, whatever. It's
Are we
been in this.
Talk about his cornrows.
We can, I guess. They're pretty horrible. I don't know really. I mean, I don't know why that happened. I don't know who was like, "You know what you should do," but
I
hate
feel
it.
like yeah. I feel like they need to go.
Agreed. Very much agreed. I don't know who. Somebody tweeted who had money on Jose getting cornrows before Dansby, or not Jose. Alex getting
Alex.
cornrows before Dansby, and I was like, wait, you haven't been paying attention long enough because Dansby did that already, unfortunately. Like,
I've
come on.
forgotten about that. I feel like I
Yeah.
blacked that out of my memory.
I don't blame you.
Like,
I don't blame you. But anyway, so yeah, those are horrible. Hopefully they go away soon.
The Blue Jays had an interesting week. Right after we got done recording last Sunday, they lost to the Royals. So that wasn't great. And then on Tuesday, they lost 4-2 to the Red Sox. But as I said earlier, the Red Sox are on top of the division, so I guess you can't be too mad at it. And then they came back the next day and beat them 6-3. So, hey, split a 2-game series with the leader in the division. We'll take it. Friday, they won 5-3 against the Rays. And then Saturday, lost 5-3. So, and they were ahead for a while. And then it just kind of went downhill from there, which happens to all of us. So, but today, just shortly before I started recording here, they did get the win today, 1-0 against the Rays. Ryu did not pitch very long. He left in the fourth, and apparently something's wrong with his leg, so that's not great. Really don't need any more injuries for the Blue Jays. Would love for that to stop happening. Please and thank you. But as far as injuries go, we do have Springer's getting closer to a return. They still haven't given a date, but soon, they're saying. So we'll take it. We also activated Jordan Romano from the 10-day IL. Tyler Chatwood was activated. Thomas Hatch got placed on the 60-day IL, so that's not great. His right elbow has got an impingement. TJ Zoik was also placed on the 10-day IL, so just injuries left and right. Hope to God Ryu does not have to go on the IL. Somebody say a prayer for me, please and thank you. Even though you'll probably already know by the time this comes out, I would like a retroactive one, please. And if not that, maybe one for my sanity.
And moving on to more fun stuff. We're doing Baby Brave this week. We're going to kind of alternate like draft, Baby Brave, and like a rule. So we're not, anyways, just spice it up. Yeah. So we're doing Baby Brave, but also like new to the team Brave.
Yes.
So I am doing Guillermo Heredia. He is also only 30, so that's a baby.
Yes.
Because that's our age. So that's a baby. Actually, that's a little younger than me. So baby.
I was going to say, he's younger than me.
Yeah, he's younger than me, but it's fine. He is of Cuban descent. He played in Cuba for years. He defected in 2015 to come play Major League Baseball. He debuted with the Mariners on July 29th, 2016.
Which I wonder if him and Chapman knew each other, or like there's just a little tiny Cuban network, because apparently they hugged after the game on Tuesday.
Yeah, maybe.
So I don't know. It was this big deal on Twitter. Like,
maybe.
So anyway.
He has played for the Rays and the Pirates and the Mets. Like we've been over. He's very thankful that God took him off the Mets and put him on the Braves. This season, once he got on the team and's been actively playing after Pache and Ender both got hurt, he's been like a really solid part of our lineup. He helped us in the Cubs games. He was a big part of both Yankees games. He has 6 RBIs, 2 home runs, one of which is a grand slam, 2 doubles in 7 games. So like that's pretty good.
That's good.
He's very hot at the plate right now, so he is our starting center fielder and should be while Pache's down at the alternate site figuring his shit out. So That is Heredia, and I'm very glad that he joined us this year. I always love like the stories of the guys who are like not on the team. They kind of get picked up and joined out of nowhere, and then they do great things, kind of like Hamilton did.
I was just thinking Hamilton, Billy Hamilton. Yeah.
And like it's just always fun because I think it was, I don't remember if it was Tuesday or Wednesday's game against the Yankees, doesn't really matter, but like Heredia doubled and then Adrianza doubled to score him, or maybe it was the reverse of that. I don't really remember. And it was like, of course, like that's exactly what we expected to happen at the Yankees game back in spring training when,
right.
We were all thinking about these matchups. So,
well, I thought it was cool. Like they interviewed Adrianza after a game and asked like, "How's Pablo Sandoval doing?" Because I mean, like he was, I guess, like an all-star and all this, and now he's a bench player, and Ari was like, he's doing really good, and like he's passing on his wisdom to everyone else, and he's done like he understands this is his role now, and he's cool with it. Like he's not like, listen to me, I'm Pablo Sandoval. He's just like, I'm cool. I'm like chilling. I'm just riding out the end of my career here, and that's what the Braves love in a guy. We love
really do. We love end of the line, man. Love it.
Right,
and Pablo's done the damn thing, so.
And I mean, it's obviously working because our bench, I mean, I have absolutely no stats to back this up, but I think our bench is better than any bench in baseball right now. Like,
they've done really well.
They are crushing it. And I include these people that are now starting because that's where they were.
Right, exactly.
Had to be plugged in because any game we have a name on there that you would not expect. Like the other day I tweeted something about, this looks like a real lineup, and someone's like, Heredia is still in it, and I was like, I like already forgot about Pache because there's always so many people out. I forgot what the normal opening day lineup was.
Right. Like I forgot that we went through 2 center fielders already. My bad.
Right. Like, so yeah, like 2 of our outfielders are, all 3 of our outfielders have already been out this year, and it's April 25th.
Yeah. But it's fine. We're making
it fine.
Work, obviously.
We're good. We're good. So speaking of making it work, Apple Podcasts is still a bitch. So if our episodes are out a little bit later, like you can't listen to it on your drive into work on Tuesday, like just check back on your drive home, because they're like uploading really slow. It's not just us. Tim Cook has some conspiracy going on, we're pretty sure, but that's okay. We're gonna fight it. But Mansplain Baseball Elsewhere, we drop on Tuesdays on podcast, not just Apple, Google, Castbox, Spotify, wherever it is you get your podcast. And then our YouTube drops on Wednesdays. Mansplain Hockey Elsewhere, the podcast and YouTube drop on Wednesday. And you can always get those YouTube videos earlier if you're a Patreon. So look into that. And then our Lecturin Ladies is back, and we're dropping them on Fridays on podcast and on YouTube. So that is very exciting. This week was about the People's Temple and Jim Jones, not the rapper. So,
yes,
that was fun to learn about. Scary.
Obviously. It's fine.
But I've started looking at all the little kids in my neighborhood. Like, you got a lot of friends following you.
Yeah, like I'm concerned.
I'm concerned. Where's my cat at right now? Like. So anyway, and then Marla will drop where to find us on social. But hopefully y'all know that by now, because that's probably how you all found us.
Exactly.
And we will see y'all next Tuesday.
See ya.